Well, welcome back to the Dutch Pig Farmer series here on Klein Friesland. So, here we go. We are ready to get our beets out of the ground. We've got the trailer there on the back of the voucher. We've got this absolute beast of a harvester. So let's get into it. Well, already, this is how far we've come, and we're 75% full. And we're full. Oh, this is going to take an absolute age. Oh, I thought this would be a good idea. Maybe not. Well, we've already got a full trailer and we're not even once round the headland. Yeah, the yield is it's really good. I just, yeah, for some reason, can we get round? Yes, loads of space. Just for some reason I figured it was a bigger hopper. I don't know why. Probably just wishful thinking, maybe. Wishful thinking. But it's not a bad problem to have. It's just going to take a fair while to do. I might try auto drive. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, this is how far we've got, and we didn't even empty all of the hopper, so we'll do a quick turn around, get that empty, and yeah, just crack on and yeah, stop whinging about a good yield and get it done. Well, I have to say it, progress is actually pretty good. Auto saving. We done 3 loads? Yeah, 3 full loads into the silo. And yeah, you sort of get into a bit of a rhythm with it. But what I have decided to try and do is, here we go, it lifts up now, we then reverse, is to, I'm going to do the headlands, and then I'm hopefully going to pop it on a worker, and then we can do carting with the voucher. So I think that should work. Hopefully the worker will keep the pipe out all the time as long as we are close enough, and I think that should then speed things up just a little bit. So yeah, I'll come back to you when we are on the up and down rows. So, with 4 headlands done, we've now just set up a base game worker. So the way I did it was you go in, select the 4 headlands, and then let that open. Come on, put your pipe out. There we go. And then tell it not to work the headlands. And just hit H, and it seems to have worked rather nicely. It doesn't drive with the auger open, but you know, we're cutting out one of the jobs, I suppose, so we can at least be stalking the worker as they go. But we are up to 185,000 litres of sugar beet. Which is, I'm pretty impressed, to be fair. I like that. It's yielding good. Cannot grumble at all. I am wondering whether we could probably maybe revisit our cropping plan, because we're going to end up with so much sugar beet. We could keep growing the potatoes in the garden, and I'd said field 23 for sugar beet. Maybe that could be, we're going to do 19 for corn, so that's a big field, so that'll be fine. Maybe we do 23 for a grain as well, and rely on the garden to do the root crop. That could be a way of doing things, because obviously it's just water. And the equipment, you know, to do the root crops is expensive. Although this has been quite enjoyable, I do have to admit. It's been labour intensive, but it's been enjoyable. But yeah, I'm wondering whether we do that. Or indeed potentially one of the proteins, so either more canola or more sunflowers. So yeah, that could work. Well, this is the last pass, and progress has been steady. Been getting into a bit of a routine. We stalk alongside. Beacons come on, tractor stops. There we go. We wait. Auger comes out. We wait. We pull forward. We unload, and then we reverse out the way, and they crack on and just, yeah, get it done. I mean, it is what it is. Would I use this piece of kit again? Ooh, yes, very probably. I quite like it. It's a good working width. If there was one that had a slightly larger hopper, in a heartbeat, absolutely, would be right on it. But yeah, I mean, so what do we need to do next? We've obviously got corn harvest to do. That can probably wait a little bit. We can get this mulched using our new mulcher. It's going to need ploughing, but that's okay. And I think then it'll be ready for whatever we were going to put in it next, which was a grain crop. And yeah, we're not going to get a chance to do that. I was just looking at the yield. So, I mean, oh, we might actually get barley in. That'd be good. That would be good. Or barley or wheat, to be fair. We'll go for barley. Higher yielding. That full there. But yeah, I'm actually quite impressed. This would be one way to do it if you were, say, if you were on console, I suppose, or didn't like using courseplay or auto drive. These are the ways. This is the way I would do it. This is the way we have done it, and it's been relatively successful. We cannot grumble. Now, I would hope that all of that will fit in this trailer. Go on. There you go. Make sure it gets it all. It looks to have done. There we go. Right. We might need to hop in and pop the auger out, but yeah. Sugar beet. Done. So as we tip the final load, which is about 33,000 litres, we end up with a whopping 310,436 litres of sugar beet. That is pretty good going, I'd say. So the trailer can stay there. We'll take this back round to, well, just this side of the yard, because that's where we're going to be needing it. That can stay there. We need we'll go for the steyr. We'll grab the mulcher, get that mulched. We'll then grab the John Deere, stick the plough on it, and hopefully get the field turned around relatively quickly. Well, if you look at the speed that mulcher's going, I think that's a pretty decent purchase, to be fair. It's made incredibly light work of this field. The ploughing, however, is going to take a little more time. But, you know, these things must be done. Especially corn, root crop, etc. etc. So what we'll do is we will just lift up there. That's madness. Right, I didn't want Yes, we'll do the up and down rows first. We should do, really. There we go. But yeah, I mean, all in all, that ain't bad going, really. It's taken a while. But, yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised how much we got off the field. And I do think it now opens up a little bit of an opportunity to put a different crop in other than the root crop. So I've got my little notepad next to me. I've crossed out the sugar beet that was going to go into field 23, and yeah, we'll see how we get on. I think this field is grain, which we were going to do, which is 17. Yeah, so this is going to have a grain crop in it. I think that's probably a decent sized field, so we might look to put in either another field of canola or potentially a field of sunflowers, but we'll wait and see how we get on. We've got to get this all ploughed and then drilled first with the barley. So yeah, I reckon I'm going to leave it there for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been, like I say, labour intensive, but it's still been good fun. So yeah, thanks all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Welcome back to Klein Friesland and the Dutch Pig Farmer series. Now we are stood on the edge of field 23. Now, for whatever reason, I had missed the fact that if you see bottom right, the moisture value is, it's not rocketing up, but it is going up rather quickly. So if we go into the moisture menu, we can actually irrigate the fields. So it charges us. We've spent nearly £1,500, euros, dollars. But it raises the moisture. So what we're going to do is we're going to sleep. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to advance 3 times so I can control the moisture levels. And then, yeah, I'll see you in October 3. And hopefully we'll be at a level of moisture where the harvest will be even more sort of, I don't know, fruitful than normal. So I got a little bit trigger happy with the speed of time, so we've had to slow things down a touch, but never mind, it's fine. You'll see our sugar beet has been ploughed and is now being cultivated. That's cultivated. We also did three cultivating contracts in between episodes, just to boost things a little bit. But if we pull, we can just wait here for 1 second. You will see that the moisture of field 15 and 23 is green, very good green. So yeah, we should be hopefully in a rather good position. So let's get that lowered down. There we go. And hope for some decent yields. I'm not quite sure how it's going to fare, but you know, I can't believe I didn't spot the old irrigation before. I think maybe I guess I just overlooked it really. But yeah, if it works, then that's the way that you control the moisture. You know, instead of just waiting all the time, if it's too dry, you can switch the old irrigation, which is clever. That is clever. I do like that. But we're looking good. We are looking good. 122%. We should be alright with not needing. There we go. Take too much out of that with a headland. Perfect. Right, I shall do the headlands and I'll see you on the up and down rows. So we're going to start the up and down rows now, so I thought, you know, we'll open up the field. So best empty, just in case it happens to surprise us even more so with the yield. So let's lower that down. We'll go for this one. There we go. It's not going too bad yield-wise. Majority of the field is 120%. He says go through 118% patch. Yeah, we've got quite a lot of dark green. Some of the lighter green in places, so moisture's probably a bit either too high or too low. But yeah, I'm generally actually kind of kicking myself that I didn't spot that earlier, because I just, yeah, wonder how much yield we've lost just going for it. Do you know what I mean? But it is what it is, cannot be helped. So we've got 2 cornfields to do. Hopefully we'll get them done today. There's no reason really why not. I'll get a nice wide arc. There we go. And then that is everything done. Yeah, it is, isn't it? So the stire looks to be, oh yeah, it's definitely on the headlands now, so that's good. And then we just need to, we'll have to, maybe we'll lime the field probably. We'll mulch it. We're going to need to plough. We'll maybe run the cultivator over it, possibly. Depending on how fussed we are. We might do actually, because it is a bit of an effort now with the ground deformation driving over a plough field, which is not too dissimilar to how I imagine it is IRL. Yes, all good. So, hopefully, if I've got round to, if the editor's not gone on strike, you may or may not have watched, if you're not even bothered by that map, an episode on Saxlingham. I always get to call it Saxthorpe. Do not fear, for the fans of this series, this is going to remain my priority. This save. Saxlingham will be recorded if I've got the time and I've got the episodes done on this save, or this series should I say, for the next following week. That makes some sense. Saxlingham's probably going to be like a Saturday or a Sunday episode. Say all depend on editing time, etc. And these will stick to Monday, Wednesday, Friday, all being well, you know, general sort of, if there's no major emergencies, let's put it that way. Let's leave it at that, shall we? So I think this time we're going to need to swing a little bit further round. There we go, and we'll go for this row because we're going to be full. So, all grouped. And yeah, wait till we pay attention to the fill level. So we don't destroy any more crop, because look how much has withered. That's so much. It really, that is upsetting. But it is what it is. So over the past couple of weeks and this week including, I think it's actually tomorrow, the day after this video comes out. Yeah. That's its results time for people doing A-levels, GCSEs, and whatnot. Whether there's any others, I don't know. Those are the 2 that I'm aware of. And my eldest is due to get her GCSE results tomorrow. So I'm not sure who's more nervous at the minute. She put in so much effort and hard work. And yeah, so I'm expecting a call at some point on the day of recording this, because obviously then we have to go through, do you call it clearing when it's college? or not enrollment as I know it. She's got to work out what she wants to do, or what's happening when she gets her results. So yeah, I'm hoping there's a call in a minute so we can actually plan what we need to do. But yeah, exciting yet very nerve-wracking times. I'm sure she is not sweating it, but yeah, she's but I've said to her, you know, you've done your best, there's nothing you can do now, it's in the hands of the markers and all that lot. So yeah, fingers crossed. Well, it's not until you've sort of cleared the field of the harvestable corn that you see just how much we've lost to withering. Now, whether that's something that if I was to pay more attention to the moisture, I don't know whether that would actually affect it. You know, like if we irrigated the field for a couple of hours each day, that might be a little test if I remember. But off of that field, we ended up with, drumroll please, 23,200. Loud exhaust going past. Boy racers, like being on Saxlingham. 23,288, 62% of the trailer load. So we will go and get this tipped. The cultivating is finished, so that's good. So what we might do is get the Steyr on. Why did it miss that bit? We'll have a run round and miss the bits that Courseplay decided not to bother with, and then we will get the mulcher, get the cornfield mulched. I sort of tilted my head back then just to indicate behind me, because yeah, you can't even see me. And then we will... Another motorbike going past. I don't know what it is. It is a nice day again. The weather is lovely. So yeah, finish that field of cultivated, mulch the cornfield we've just done, and then get it ploughed. But we'll probably need the John Deere that we've got here for that, so that might have to wait. But we could maybe get it lined. We shall see. Oh, break. There we go. Right, so let's get that dumped. And yeah, I'll get things set up and we'll see you in the next field of corn. Bit of a slightly more patchy yield in this field, but that could be soil type possibly. We did have to unload once already. We've done a couple of headlands at the bottom and we've been round. So yeah, not bad at all. I did see it pop up to 130% at one point, so whatever we did clearly worked. I don't think we'd have done as well if we hadn't done the irrigation, so yeah, like I say, kind of kicking myself, but also pleased at the same time that we found that out. So let's get that on. What I'll do is I'll open up this end probably a bit more, just because I don't want to ditch it in the river. But yeah, we're getting through it. It's good to be sort of finishing things off. We can then get the fields prepped ready, the drilling, planting, whatever, come the spring. Yeah, I think we're probably... It's the no, it's not the cultivating, that's the mulching done, so that's good as well. It is handy using Courseplay. I know that the AI workers are, you know, better. And since we got rid of the other mulcher, we seem to be having less issues, so that's good. Which, you know, you don't have to fish it out of the river. It just seemed to, yeah, be attracted to water in some weird fashion. Open up the field and we should hopefully see or get an idea of how good or bad the main body of the field is. 93, 97, 96, 98. Come on, let's get some decent yield. Really want to see it. Oh, there you go, 129%. I mean, we're filling up relatively quickly. I suppose that's not bad, really. This is the nice dark green section. Holding steady, 123% yield. Can't knock it, really. Can he knock it, really? 129, 130. I'll take that. I will take that. That is not bad. 38% off of one run. Let's get down this one and see if it's any good. Back on the track. I think it's going to be probably relatively similar. Again, it's difficult to get the moisture consistent across the field. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the irrigation is the key to it. It's going to cost a bit though, mind. It's just whether it's the old cost versus reward scenario that we'll have to. Well, we won't work it out because nobody got time for that. But yeah, it's an interesting one. It makes sense. It makes sense as a way to help control the moisture level in the field. There's me going, ooh, you've got to wait, and then you'll be harvesting at like 10 o'clock at night. But yeah, this actually does, you know, improve my feelings about things. Now, I don't think we're going to get down and so what we'll do, yeah, we won't. We'll get emptied and then we can cut open the last sort of land without having to worry about needing to reverse all the way back up the field. Well, again, just utter devastation throughout most of the field, it seems. It's like some sort of post-apocalyptic cornfield. It just looks, it's awful. I wish you could turn the withering off. But then obviously it's called realistic weather for a reason, I suppose. But anyway, we are just about done. Marvellous. Super duper. Another 3,162 litres. Can we get round? There we go. So what are we going to be at? About 35,000? That's not annoying, is it, with the old flickering of lines? Let's get rid of those. There we go. Come on, 35,000. Oh, so close, yet so far. What's that, 14 litres away. There'd definitely be that in this field. Right, hold that up. We will turn the lights off, turn that off, and we'll go and get this lot tipped. And I'll say thank you all very, very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, leave us a like, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care. Welcome back to a rather sunny November morning on Klein Friesland. So today we are going to be spending some cash, and therefore that is why there are 5 mowing contracts underway. So it has come to my attention that it's time to move the balls, as in move them to the shop. We need to get rid of the father to most of this litter, because otherwise it's going to start messing with the genetics. So we have, rather handily, a tractor with a trailer, and we're saving. There we go. So we are also still ploughing, still cultivating, but that's all running away in the background. We've got the Macdon mower, actually, for the contracts that we're taking on today, which I thought was a little bit different, but Yeah, clearly the farmers want a last minute cut. So we need to find our... So we've had 12 births, and rather bizarrely they were different breeds. So anyway, right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move selected. Thank you. Now, what else have we got? They're all ladies. Ladies. Scroll down. The list is getting longer and longer, which is good. Pause. There we go. Move selected. There we go. And then let's click on and off that so it sort of refreshes itself. Any more here? Yes. You can. What is the info on you? Mother, father, children. Cheerful brownie. No, I'm not changing your name. Maybe they haven't fathered anything yet then. Let's just see if there's... I think it's... They might be okay to stay. Check these ones. Tell you what, just so we don't risk it, we are going to move you as well. There we go. Move selected. Super. Right. So, these can all now go into the other shed, and we can check on our workers. So I think what we'll do is we'll park the old Steyr up there. The John Deere is making slow but steady progress, and mowing is mowing is going slowly. Come on, move along. There we go. Slightly odd-shaped field, so I think the course was slightly peculiar, but it's making headway, so that is good. Right, we are going to go to the animal dealer to see if we can find ourselves some new males. Well, this is the point that we need to cross our fingers and hope that there is some decent animals about. So, not a great start. Oh, yeah, baby. Yes, we'll have you. Yes, we'll have you. Lovely bandit is not very lovely. And any more? No, the ladies are not looking very good. Really bad. Ooh. Yeah, we're going to have you. You're female. We'll have you as well. Because you can breed. Anything else? Oh, come on. Let's have a decent one. No. Very good. No, I don't think so. I selected. Right. That's not too shabby. So we'll get these back up to the farm. Yeah, they're in the pen, and I just want to double check that it doesn't give us any weird warnings about different breeds of pig. So we need to make sure that there is a male that can, you know, do the business with each breed of female. Hopefully that'll make sense. Okay, so let's select all and move. No. Who's selected? Ooh, there you go. Right. So now, if we take a look at, so that's okay. So there's the land races, they're all fine. And then we've got a... Do we have... Maybe... Now, this is what I wanted to check. If we find ourselves Is it going to give us that? No. So what I'm looking for it to say is maybe we just need to do it through this menu. Might be better. There we go. And get the right shed. So. Okay, it's not giving us that, but it could be an age thing. So let's just see no suitable male look. That's the point I was trying to make. So then we need a Berkshire, whatchamacallit, boar. Right, okay. Okay, let's just see. I mean, we're going to get, you can see all of these babies we're going to get, which is awesome. So that's all good. I mean, over the next few months, we're going to rock it up. Okay, and then, okay, so it's just the Berkshire that we need. Berkshire boar. And yeah, it's weird, very strange. So what we're going to do is going to go into the settings. We're going to find the one that we want, and I can't think where it is now. Here we go. Reset the animal dealer. There we go. Hit the R button. Is there? No. Oh, we need to be down at the dealer, don't we? Right. I'll go and have a look and find ourselves the relevant male, not elephant male, relevant, to sort out our missing boar. Well, €675 later, and we have a boar. Now, let's move you. There we go. Now, it's not the best, but hopefully it will sort out the issue that we had. Perfect. Doesn't say anymore. There we go. Perfect. Right. Job is a good one. So we've done one mowing contract. That's all done. I think what we're going to do now is potentially we can, I'm just trying to think, grab the voucher, the trailer, go and get some spuds, put them in the BGA, which is over there, and then we'll go from there. Conscious that we don't really need to hang around in these months, but I don't want to rush things and then forget something, so I'll see you at the BGA. I'll have a full trailload of spuds and they're still they're still spawning. Oh my word. So I think what we can do is one, pump them there, and then two, a mini biogas plant, potatoes. Okay, how much electric charge have we got? 43,000. 15 grand, is that it? Is that it? Methane. Ooh. That's a little bit disappointing. I thought it was going to be more. Never mind, never mind. Right. Let us get the rest of the potatoes. No, in fact, let's just have a quick look at food. So that was some corn. We could probably give them some corn, couldn't we? I mean, there's plenty of food in there. Right, let's go back to the farm. We'll get a couple of trailer loads of corn into, well, one into each of the sheds, and then hopefully we'll have a couple more contracts completed, or at least the one in field 20, and yeah, get the cash up a bit. And trailer full of corn, and I keep just, it is sod's law that it saves. Oh dear. Never mind. And contract just popped up, finished for field 20. So what we can do is yes, we'll dump this corn in here and then shift the mower to the next field. Whilst I do that, we can do that now. Let's take a look. How long have they got left to complete? 58 hours. What we might do is sleep to November 2. See if there's any more births. And then, yeah, go from there. So, we've had 12 piglets, 1 removed. That's like a second cousin, twice removed. So, we're up to 89. Not too shabby. Let's just see how we're doing on foods. Yeah, good. Good. Right, so, who was born? 4 ladies. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, black pied balls, and I reckon we've had more than that. Okay, maybe it's, I don't know, interesting though. There's quite, we're getting the old ladies up, which is good. These are all going to be a while. Where's the first ones next? So Feb. Let's have a quick check. So all February, Feb, Jan, nice. Got a bit of a spread. That's good. When Wild Eyes, December. Any more for November? Take a look. Any more? Yes. We should have some more. Okay, good. Good. Right. So we know the drill by now. Boars out. And then, yeah, we'll just keep doing the rinse and repeating until we get through. That was a bit of a rapid jump. Rinse and repeat until we get through to a point where there's actually something we can be doing. So again, we've got 12 piglets born. Now, the thing is, they're born at midnight. So I'm not sure if the messages are disappearing before we're seeing them. That makes sense. So we'll have a quick look. 1, 2, 3, 4. They might have been from before. 2 boars. 3, 4 boars. 6 boars in total. And hopefully just the rest of the ladies. Yes, lovely. Great. So, like I said, rinse and repeat. We're going to leave it now because we'll run out of time on the contracts. So what I'll do is I'll move the... Where are we going? Here we are. I'll move the boars. And then that's that sorted. We'll run the contracts through. That'll give us a bit more cash. And yeah, job's a good one. Oh, it's a mercy morning. There we go. Job's a good one. But I think what I'm going to say is this is going to be it for this episode. Thank you all. I think then I was reversing. Thank you all very, very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the episode. If you have, leave us a like. If you're new, think about subscribing. And I will catch you all in the next one. Take care. Welcome back to the Dutch Pig Farmer series here on the beautiful, very autumnal Klein Friesland. He actually probably say quite wintry now, actually. So we are literally picking up where we left off the last episode, and we're not going to be hanging around for long. So we're going to collect all of these. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Now, pigs are okay for food. And I am conscious that the last episode was a bit back and forth, quite repetitive with the old pig moving and feeding. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just skip through time. Off camera, I shall move pigs and I shall feed them and I shall do jobs about the farm and contracts if they are there. And then I will see you probably early spring. So we're into March and we've got 2 contracts left to do for bale wrapping. We have already done 2 and we are drilling barley, as you'll see in field 15. I've also amended the cropping plan slightly to put corn into field 23 because we get through a lot of corn and I don't think one field is going to suffice. But yeah, I mean, it didn't take overly long to sort of get through 2 March. There we go, the old auto save kicking in. And to be fair, it was quite enjoyable. I like playing on the map, and yeah, it was just feeding. We were topping up the BGA with potatoes, getting the sunflowers, all that good stuff. So yeah, relatively relaxing. I do want to try at some point in this episode, potentially, I say try, it's not really an effort, we can probably look to sell the byproducts from the BGA just to give us a little boost of cash. Not going to be a huge amount, but either way it'll top up the old bank balance. We are using Courseplay on the bale wrapping. I would say that has been 75% successful so far. I've only had to fish it out of the ditches twice, so yes, that's in my mind that's a we'll take that as a bit of a win. So we need to get this field drilled and field 17 there, that one, yes, 17 to the right of us, and then rolled, all that good stuff. So yeah, we're getting there, we're making progress. So what we'll do is I'll finish this field, I will move the contract equipment to field 4, and then what we'll do is we'll make a start on 17, and we'll also have a look at how many pigs we've got now. So before we start the field, like I said, we will have a quick look. So we have got 181, 186, 367 pigs now. So we're over a third of the way to target, which is pretty darn good. I mean, we start scrolling now and we are going for a fair while. There has been an update to realistic livestock. Is it realistic livestock, realistic animals? One of the two, can't remember. Yeah, this is the same mod, I just can't remember the name. And it means now that siblings won't breed, and there was some other bits and bobs, but yeah, we are all good. We are doing well. We've got more babies on the way. And yeah, things are really starting now to pick up pace. So let's just have a quick check of the food. Yes, all good. Yes, fine. Cool. So, get the headlands done, and I'll see you on the up and down rows. So, headlands done, and we're just doing the sort of that odd pass you get where it's not quite a full one. And then we'll be good to crack on with the up and down. So I have been in and set I need to get the right one. It is the electric charge, 56,000 litres of the stuff. So that should sell on the hour. Contracts are complete, so we can also collect those, which will bring us in a nice chunk of cash. Now then, what we can do, hopefully, is look to pay down some more of the loan. I think we've still got a loan, he says. Let's get the old cruise control running. And no, we need to be here. Finances. Yes, we have got a significant loan. So let's get the contracts completed. Hopefully, lovely. And then what are we up to? 103. Super duper. AI workers stopped work unexpectedly. Well, you'd finished the job. Dear, oh dear. But yes, we'll see how much we get in from the electric charge. There we go with the old saving again. Oh. Yeah, we're looking all right. I am relatively pleased with how we're getting on. In fact, I'm very pleased. I think it was always relatively... Ooh, too many lines skipped. Relatively inevitable that at some point the amount of pigs was going to increase rapidly. And, oh, it has. You know, we were sat around 160-ish, I think, last time. Sort of 80-something odd in each pen. And now, yeah, we've doubled that. So, very, very good indeed. We're looking okay for seed. We should be absolutely fine for. Now, weirdly, well, not weirdly, I suppose not very weird. It's a Wednesday. And I am off work. Going shopping with the Cartec juniors later on. So yes, I will no doubt be fleeced. But it's good fun. It's good fun. So yeah, I'm just taking the opportunity to do a bit of recording before we do that. And I guess unexpectedly, I didn't know that it had been released, but the Highlands DLC, the trailer was dropped at FarmCon. No, not FarmCon. I knew I was going to get that wrong. Gamescom, which is currently going on in Germany. I think, is it Cologne? It actually looks pretty good. Now, obviously, there was the footage. Maybe not. Obviously, might be very. This is could be the first farming simulator video you've ever watched. In which case, my condolences to you. But yes, so there was the sort of footage and the gameplay, a bit of gameplay shown at Gamescom. No, FarmCon for 5 minutes, man. And now they've released the trailer at Gamescom. There we go. Now, it looks great. I think it, you know, it looks like you can actually go fishing with a rod. Which is... I don't know. For roleplay, it'll be fantastic. And it'll be good to give it a go. Yeah, it's just... I think it's cool. I think it's a decent addition. You know, everyone's going to be like, oh, it's not farming. But you do farm fish. You know. So, that's very cool. One thing I did think was pretty... interesting in a sense, was, if you'll remember back to the footage from FarmCon, there we go, the buses, the double-decker buses were red, and in this trailer they're now like a greeny colour, I think they are, and I think it was pointed out that, you know, the red of the London buses, so Giants have listened, which, you know, mark that one on your calendar. But yeah, it does look very good, and the fact, like, you know, it looks like you can use the sort of, well, it looked like a ferry, but I think it's more like a trawler. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, it's cool. And then so that's November. We've got the Mercedes pack coming in September the 9th, I think it is. Links for both of those are in the description below if you want to use the code CARTEC when you purchase. That would be fantastic. But yeah, exciting times, I think. It'll be interesting to see the kit that comes in. You know, might have a look around the map. You know, we did quite a relatively long series on a Giants map, and I quite enjoyed it. So whether we venture up to Scotland or not remains to be seen. But yes, all looking very good and very interesting. Another interesting point, and this is... I don't think I've mentioned it on a video. No, I don't think I have. I think I mentioned it on Discord. And this is all down to Marnux. I can now apply for my Red Award on ModHub. I think it's 200,000 something downloads. 200,000 downloads, you can apply for your Red Award and you get a little plaque. So yeah, I've done that. Yeah, so nice, relatively cool milestone for me. I'm sure there are people out there that have got significantly more downloads, but yeah, I never thought that I would get to that with the mods that I'd done. So yeah, big shout out to Marnux for including the grain dryer pack in this map. You know, it has given it more than a significant boost. So yes, big thanks, mate. I really do appreciate that very, very much indeed. Well, for the eagle-eyed among you, I didn't set the electric charge to sellings. Stupid boy, Pike. So yeah, what a noob. Right, so we have done the 2 fields of grain. We've already got canola in there. When can we plant corn? I should know this by now. April, that's fine. So what we can do is we need to remember we've got to sell that planter. In fact, let's do that whilst one remembers. Vehicles. What was it? It is that one. Yes. Sell. Nice. Not too worried about getting the bonus from taking it to a shop. Oh, I didn't check to see if it got anything in it. You absolute noob. 153 grand. Job is a good one. Right, let's get this put it in the shed. Why not? Why not? And then I'll grab the roller and I'll see you back in the field. So we've rolled field 15. I thought I'd bring you back in now because hopefully we'll see the money jump up in a few seconds. And then what I might well do is look to pay, was it 160 grand? There we go. So we can pay 60k off the loan, and job is a good one. So that'll leave us 100 grand left to pay off. Look at me with me quick maths. Right, the other thing I'm just trying is a slightly different and zoomed in field of view. Now it's taking me a little bit of getting used to in a weird kind of way, but yeah, let me know if you like it, whether it makes it better watching, a bit more closer into the tractor. I don't know. It's yeah, if you have spotted the difference, then yeah, let me know and see what you let me know what you thinks. That would be much appreciated. Now you'll see a bit of wet look on the tyres as the roller starts to slide. There were some minor puddles in field 15 just around the headland, but nothing that's stopped us. I think if it was the size, you know, the significant one we had in field 24, was it? Then we'd have left the drilling. But yeah, it was only a minor puddle rather than a small lake. So I'm trying to think what we need to do next. We've got the corn to plant. So that's an April job. So what it might mean is between episodes I do a little, it won't take a lot of work, it'd be a little bit of work just to get, concentrating that I don't drive into the ditch, just to get us through to April. And that'll just be a case of feeding pigs, most likely. Maybe the odd contract if they pop up. And then we can get the corn in. And then it will be a case of rinse and repeat through the months. We might do a contracting episode again. I quite enjoyed that. What I don't get is the gravity on this roller. Why it slides in the corners. We're not even going fast this time. And then, yeah, I'll have to see how many births we have throughout the months, and yeah, just take it as it comes, really, I guess. I do love this tractor. I actually saw, it wasn't an 8400, it was an 8200 the other day around me. It got a bale trailer on the back. Yeah, it was impressive piece of kit it was. It really did look quite good. So last pass, and then we can pay down the loan, and then that will probably be us done. Like I say, in between episodes we'll keep feeding the pigs, advance the time, and yeah, we should then be in a good place. We'll probably lease the planter, I think. I don't see any reason to buy it, so we can get that then, and then we'll be able to drill our corn. Let's get off of the field and lift that up. Whilst we're doing that, we can then go to finances and repay. Perfect. So 100 grand left to get rid of. There we go. Fold that up. Super duper. And that is it. Thank you all very, very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the episode, please leave us a like. And if you are new, think about subscribing. We are chasing 1,800 subs at the minute. We've got 40 left to get. So yeah, we're very close. So yes, your subscriptions would be very, very much appreciated. Big shout out to the YouTube channel members and the patrons. Thank you all very, very much. And I will see you all in the next one. Take care. Welcome back to the Dutch Pig Farmer series on Klein Friesland. We are in field 19. We are drilling, planting our corn, whichever word you want to choose. Now, I love this setup already. Smock Farmer, thank you for the suggestions. It was either this one or the Vaderstad one, I think, and I thought I quite like the Lemkin blue. So let's go with that. So we have rented both of these piece of equipment, hopper on the front and the planter on the back. Bought seed, bought fur. I've had to buy wheat because we've got no grain left, so that's a thing. But other than that, it is going well. No more births yet, although we are due quite a few over the coming months, so that number is going to rocket up rather quickly. Now, the other thing that I want to say is a massive congratulations to my eldest daughter. Today was GCSE results day, and she smashed it. She got everything she needed to do, be able to go in and do the higher level of course at college, so very, very proud. And yeah, she won't be watching, so I can say this. I was very, very proud dad moment indeed. Yes, I'm not sure who was more nervous when she was opening them, me or her, but yes, all's good in the end. And yes, now off to college in the coming weeks. There's an autosave. Oh dear, that was a long laggy one. So yes, a nice positive day, which has been good, and some other good news. I can't remember if I've mentioned this. I've said it in a stream. I don't know if I talked about it in a video. I don't think I have. The third monitor. I'd got a spare. We'll leave it at that. And I have tested it. It still works. It hasn't been used for years. Still works. Connects to the PC fine. The monitor stand or hole is here. It's not a standard monitor arm as such. It's an extended one. that will sit above. I'm gesticulating with my hands. That will sit above my other two monitors. So yes, in a bit of a triangular shape, I guess you'd say, of monitors. So yes, just need to hopefully get some decorating done, and then that can all be assembled and installed neatly, rather than it being sat on the floor next to me at the moment. Right, that was a very long 3-minute chat. It feels like I've been rambling for longer, but we are making good progress. We are not going to put in a protein crop as such. We are going to rely on the gardens. I have moved probably around 80,000 litres of potatoes, and that has been split between the BGA and our silo. So we've kept some, and we're going to process some through because it's a decent little earner. We don't need that many potatoes. We have the sugar beet. So yeah, it just seemed sensible to split it and, yeah, like I say, get some income from the electric charge and whatnot. Now the digestate, I'm not sure what we're going to do with that yet. We might leave that for now. But yeah, I mean, it didn't take long to get between episodes. It is the next day, but I got all I needed done pretty quickly. So yes, job is a good one. Right, I am going to finish up this field, and I will see you in the next one. Field, that is, not episode. So with field 23, field 23 all done? The one on the right? Yeah, field 23 all done. You'll see we've done 3 headlands at the top. I've done 3 headlands at the bottom because it was in good shape. Now we're just starting to run up and down. I bought another bag of fur because we were about 50% and I was unsure if we would have enough to complete this field. Seed, I think we're going to be golden. But yeah, just want to grab some fur so we can hopefully do this job relatively uninterrupted. I don't think there's going to be too many hassles. I'm going to roll it, I think. I don't think it's going to hurt, but it's not going to hurt, is it, really? I know you might not necessarily roll corn, but for the sake of 15 minutes work, if that, we'll do it. Even if we just set one up on auto drive, maybe not auto drive, course play maybe. That might be one way to deal with it. That was a bit of a tongue twister. So yeah, I mean, once this is done, rolled, everything's in the ground again. We are the epitome. Epitome? We're just really efficient. Epitome of efficiency is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Today, my brain's gone to mush. Right. So yeah, again, we can just start to advance through the months again, and I like that a lot. We can get some progress made. I mean, we're a third of the way there now with the pigs, so within hopefully 3 or 4 months maybe we might be right up there. Who knows? I mean, it could be a lot longer than that. Could be sort of 6 months to a year, who knows? But yeah, I looked down the list here and there is a lot of sows that are pregnant. So yeah, 12 piglets at a time, that is soon going to start to bump the numbers up a little bit, which is good. It is good. So yeah, there's not much more to say really, and we've just got to get this corn in the ground. Well, all of a sudden it seems to have gone, I don't know, a bit overcast and dull. There is rain in the forecast. I haven't looked as to when it's due. 6 o'clock. Oh, we should well be done by then. Plenty of time. Yeah, it just seemed to go really glum overhead. But loving this setup. I quite like how the pipes go underneath rather than sort of down the side of the cab like the other ones do. Yeah, quite like that. Very good shout indeed. like hazards and it's got lights and everything. Look at that. All singing, all dancing, all the gear, and very little idea. Now, it's driving around today, not in-game, in real life. It's interesting to see how quickly the farmers are getting the fields turned around. As you would probably expect, it's relatively nice weather at the moment, dry at least. So yeah, I've seen muck spreading, cultivating, drilling, not all in the same field, various different fields. But yeah, they are properly cracking on. No idea what's going to be in the fields, obviously, because they don't know the farmers. But yes, so the action is. It seems like it's pretty relentless for them at the minute. But yeah, sun's out, not too hot, probably about 20, 18, 19, 20 degrees, something like that. So yeah, fair play to them. Can't blame them, really, can you? Because at some point it'll turn, and no doubt it won't stop raining for months on end, knowing the UK. But who knows? It's been a bit unpredictable lately, I would say. Okay, get that down there. We may, looking at the fur, we may well need another bag. But we'll crack on. If we do, we do. And yeah, just one of those things, isn't it? Well, the fur is rapidly dropping down now. But it's not a bad thing. I guess the field is looking, or should be, once we've finished, perfectly fertilised. And hopefully this decent sized field of corn will be of benefit to us. The grain the grain until we get to harvest is going to be an issue, and that's going to cost us some money. We can't grow, I think I've said this before, we can't grow the the grains like wheat, barley in the garden that we've got. I don't think we'll put another one in. That does seem a little cheaty. I think what we'll do is we'll just get spun round and then set ourselves up with a big bag of fruit, and we'll buy that. Go. And it needs to be on the front, doesn't it? You absolute donut. There we go, it's close enough. That should suffice, I think. Lovely jubbly. Nearly £2 spent in in a heartbeat. But I guess that is the reality of things, isn't it, really? Fertiliser does cost a fair old bit. Sure, what happened there? I reckon that patch there you can see to the left, that's probably where the combine was full and somebody drove through a load. I do need to try and remember put in a few mods. Simple Inspector, I completely missed that it was out. Simple Inspector, Stop Combine, and I think that was it. Yeah, so I need to try and remember to put those two in between recording sessions. We're managing for now. We are managing for now. That's because we're not in a combine. The man is an absolute genius. So we're not far off being finished. 2 and a bit passes left. I think what we're going to do is, once we're finished, we might stick the old Steyr on the roller. I feel like I haven't used that one for a little while. And we have been making the most of the John Deere's grunt, let's put it that way. You can see again, it's just gone very, very cloudy. Bizarre. It is like the clouds do move in and block the sun out, which I know is a thing now. Obviously, the clouds moving, so a bit of a daft thing to state, but yeah, it's just sort of that, oh, the sun's gone in. Yeah, that's the plan. We'll grab the Steyr, stick that on the roller, and get these done, because then once they're finished, like I said before, that's it. We can just rock on through then, get the pig that's being born, keep them fed, alive, watered when we need to, and yeah, get right back through and around to harvest again, which, I mean, doesn't actually seem that long ago, which I quite like, to be fair. Although we'd start with build 23 as it's the smaller one, and the other one will take a little longer to do. Yeah, we're in a really good place again, and I have to say, I'm really enjoying playing Farming Simulator 25 at the moment. I am very lucky to be playing on 2 brilliant maps, and yeah, I'm really enjoying making the content, you know. Yeah, there's a lot to it, but you know, whilst one has the time, and you know, I'm not saying that it's going to remain at 3-4 videos a week. I'll try and get that corner there. Come on. But whilst I can carry on doing it and I have the time to do it, I will do it. Because like I say, it's very enjoyable. So brilliant maps. I'm liking what we're doing on here. I'm liking what Saxonium could be with the cows and the different feeding we're going to do, and just the, you know, they're completely different maps. You know, you would never, come on, you would never compare the two. They're brilliant in their own rights. So yeah, really enjoying it, and like I say, we'll keep doing as much as I can, time permitting. I do want to try and do more streams. I say it a lot and it never really happens, but yeah, I want to try and do it. I want to get the, you know, try and get the studio decorated and then get everything set up nicely, and yeah, we might even do a studio tour. Or a setup tour. I'm not going to call it a studio because that's slightly pretentious, but yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, so I think next episode is probably going to be a contracting-y, advancing time, feeding pigs, that sort of episode, because I enjoyed doing that. And we haven't really got any farm work to be doing ourselves. We might have to come through in some fields with the weed sprayer. The weed sprayer? Spraying the herbicide for the weeds. But we'll deal with that as and when that comes. So yeah, I think that's going to be the plan for the next episode. I'm looking forward to that, actually. I just hope I'm hoping there's some nice contracts to do. Any of bale wrapping ones would be great, because they are just a license to print money. I love doing them, especially with course play. It's like click, click, done. Love it. Right, I'm rambling. I'm going to say thank you all very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this episode. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I hope you're enjoying the series. If you are, leave us a like. If you're new, think about subscribing. And I will catch you all in the next one. Take care.